Hi, this is Weldon McMath with McMath Realty, and today we'd like to talk about ways to avoid your tenant not paying rent. The most important thing, and I can't emphasize this enough, is that you've got to find the best tenant for your property to begin with. If you find a poor tenant, they may not pay rent. You know, if you've got a dog and you want it to act like a cat, it probably won't act like a cat. If you have a cat, you want it to act like a dog, it's probably not going to do that. So if someone has a history of behaving in a certain way, which they don't pay their bills, etc., can you really expect them to be different when they occupy your property? So you've got to find a good tenant. Now, there's something really important here, and that is you have to price your property correctly. If you overprice your property, not only will it sit vacant for more time than it should, you'll also get not as well qualified tenants. You'll find out that you've accepted a poor tenant because you want too much for your property. The poor tenant will not pay their rent, will possibly have to be evicted, and may leave your property in a damaged condition. And in the long run, it costs you more to have your property overpriced than it does to have it priced correctly. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you've got your property priced correctly, and then vet your tenants carefully. You want to be clear when you're entering into the lease with the tenants what your expectations are. And so when we are entering into a lease with the tenant, we generally meet with them here at our office and we go through in detail what we expect of those tenants in their lease. And then we don't waver. If we say there are late fees due on a certain day, then the late fees are due if they don't pay their rent on time. So we don't change the way we deal with each individual tenant. And then finally, when you have a tenant that's a good tenant in your property, paying their rent, take care of repairing the property. If the tenant feels insecure about whether or not the owner is going to take care of their property, when the time comes for renewal, they might choose to exit. So number one, find a good tenant. Number two, be clear about your expectations. Number three, be consistent in enforcing the agreement. And finally, make the repairs that are necessary. Thank you for visiting with me today, and I hope you have a great day.